They sit around here and celebrate this kind of stuff. Celebrate being a 304. Like, what is it doing for you? What do you get out of it? What you really get out of being a hoe? What do you really get out of it? What? Because it don't bring you peace and clarity. It makes you feel bad and insecure. And at the end of the day, you cry and feel like a piece of crap because that's how people treat you. You're only somebody's piece of meat. I said that before. You're only getting passed around. That's it. You feel good about that. Then they struggle with their with insecurities and struggle with self-worth and stuff like that because you feel like trash. Because at the end of the day, nobody wants you after you've put your body all over for display and anybody just use you just for that. Then they don't want you. Now you feel bad about yourself. Now you're down in the dumps. Because at the end of the day, you can't possibly feel good about spreading your body all around like that. At the end of the day, you're going to feel worthless. I don't care what they say. Because you could put up this facade all you want and say, oh, well, I just feel so liberated. No, but ain't nobody looking at you like that. They're looking at you like you trash, or they're looking at you like, you know what? I might want to try a piece of that. That's it. They don't look at you as nothing special or somebody, nothing like that. And I'm just saying, it's not a good road to travel. Manny E says, sleeping with 100 is devil's work. It is. It is. There's nothing empowering about that. You don't care. You just say, to hell with it. I don't care. I don't care about life. I'm just going to throw this thing on whoever wanted, whatever. Just turn off my emotions, and just not even think about it because they don't think about that. No, well, I'm just, whatever. Let's just do it. They don't realize, but I think they do realize it. How that affects them mentally. You don't realize it at first, but you realize that it's affecting you mentally. A lot of these women feel alone. They feel lost. They don't feel loved. The very things that most women want, or most people want. You don't feel it because you've put yourself out there and you've desensitized yourself to your true feelings. But then every once in a while, you come. That's why they be depressed. You're depressed because you don't really feel good about yourself at the end of the day. But they have the sisterhood and society hype them up and make them think that you don't have to be down on yourself. You're a bad bee. Go out and spread that coochie all over the place. These men, they think you're beautiful. You're gorgeous. They hype them up and tell them all this stuff. And then they stop crying. They rev them back up and get them back in the mind space of doing that. And they go back out and do it until next time. Because that's only a short-term fix. Make you feel good to go out and do it. And then you're back at square one, feeling useless and hopeless. And nobody loves you and nobody want to take you seriously. Because when you're out here thinking you want love, because most women do. And when you out here trying to find it and everybody knows what your body look like inside and out, they know who you are and they don't want to even touch you with the 10-foot pole, but to take you seriously, then that's when it sets in. That's when you're looking around like nobody really loves me and I this and that and all that, it just makes you even more traumatized by your own hands. And of course it's the money factor. You making money off of it. You can live your life. You can buy whatever it is you want, but at what cost? Because at the end of the day, your mental is going to be jacked up. And no amount of money is worth being sane and at peace with yourself. And that type of lifestyle, it does not bring that. I don't care what they try to tell you, how they try to hype it up. It's not a good look at all for you and nobody else. Manny E says, holy water can't cleanse your body, child. The holy water can't do it, honey. You'll need an exorcism to exercise all the increments out of your body to make you feel better, because you just, so much has been going in and out of there. There's no hope for return. I'm just saying, so much. It's too much, too big, too wide to get all of it out. It's like, no, you're doing too much. Thank you, Manny. I appreciate you. You can't come back from that. If many knew what these women did in college, look, say you don't even got to go to high school. It's horrific. It really is. They carry the spirit of every man they lay with, but they don't see that, successful MD. They think, this is what's expected and, this is what we should be doing. And we ought to feel good about it. Don't let nobody shame you into doing it because they just jealous. Now, who's going to be jealous of that? I'm sure they are not. What man gonna be jealous of you running through? Maybe if he ain't got, because he's trying to get some of that. Maybe trying to say, hey, everybody got it. Let me see what she working with. Yeah, it's just crazy out in the streets. And, I really just wish, like I said, if nothing else, I would just love to try to, give a different perspective for young women and let them know that you do have power, but not in the way that you think. And your power doesn't come from you being promiscuous and out in these streets and ready to just crash out for whatever or ready to give your body to whoever. That is not empowerment. The empowerment part is keeping your body to yourself, not exposing yourself to anybody, having priorities and morals and values and standards, and getting with a man who respects and loves you, and you need to get him to commit to you. That's the person you would give your body to, is your husband. The person that really loves you and cares for you. You don't have to be a hoe out here just to prove a point to who. That is not something that you have to do. You don't have to do all of that. This whole getting it out your system, I think that's a bunch of BS. I just think that's something that they say and people just subscribe to it and run with it, thinking that, oh yeah, that's right, because you got to get it out your system. And I don't believe that. I think everybody is out here doing what's expected of them to do, and just doing whatever is what's expected, and you just doing it and running with that. I don't think that's something you have to do. No, you don't. And there's nothing wrong with being with one person. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I know that may be a bit unrealistic in these day and ages for people to have a smaller body count. Because everybody's promoting this promiscuity and thinking that this is what, and offering it out here, and then they need money on top of that. So now you're turning to OnlyFans and sex work to take care of yourself. So it's like, how you gonna be with one person or have a small body count? No, they think that that's what they supposed to be doing. Or that's all they have. That's the only options they have, which I don't believe that that's all the options that you have. I think that's the only options you want to take. That's the route you want to take because it's quick and it's easy to you. At what cost? Because everything costs something. There's nothing in life that's free, in my opinion. I think everything costs something. Successful MD says 304s can't be satisfied physically or emotionally. Yeah, you might have a point there, Successful MD, because, you got people out here who are, I ain't gonna even go there. Because I'm about to say there's some women who were saying how they are to a point now that they can't even be pleased sexually. There are women who are saying this. Thank you, Successful MD, for the super chat. There are women who are saying sex, what's her name? Oh my God. Faith Evans blurted that out, child, in an interview. She was like, these men can't do nothing for them. Sex don't do nothing for her because she was with mad dudes when she was young. She tried to back that up, but she said she was with bad dudes when she was little. So now sex don't do nothing for her. So there are women out here to where it doesn't do anything for them. Because they've been around so much. They need to get some type of surgery to tighten that thing back up, or, get it back to something. Because you can get them surgeries too. But it don't do nothing for them because there's no emotional connection or anything, And not only that, they've been ran through for so much. They just probably don't have no nerves or no feelings down there. I don't know. But you got to understand that there are consequences to that type of lifestyle. Everything has a consequence. Everything that you choose to do, the choices that you make have consequences. I don't care what choices they are. And that's just what it is.